السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيف حالكم؟ إن شاء الله كويسين وإن شاء الله طيبين. أتمنى إن شاء الله أن تكونوا دائما بخير وعلى خير. أعزائي المشاهدين، كان شفت لي فيديو على وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي، فصراحة الفيديو ده أثار انتباهي جدا، فعشان كده قررت إني أوريكم الفيديو ده. لكن يا جماعة أنتوا في الأول والأخير ليكم التعليق. يلا يا جماعة باختصار خلونا نشوف الفيديو ونكتشف الفيه شنو.
Good evening, guys, from my final day here in Morocco. Now, my plan was to spend about 10 days here and make a bunch of videos. That was the plan. But unfortunately, Morocco was not my favourite. It is officially now on the list of countries I wouldn't return to, and I'm going to explain to you now for a few minutes on why that is. Joining me is Katerina, and she's also going to explain why she won't come back to Morocco. So yeah, let's get into it. Before we get into things, this is my view. The capital of Morocco, Rabat. Sun setting in the distance, overlooking the city here in our Riyadh hotel, which is very nice. Another positive of this country, which I'll explain in a minute. Let's take a seat and crack on. Now, we're going to start with the positives. Kat, you first. First positive.
Riyadh.
The Riyadh hotels are very nice. Where we're staying right now in Rabat, very nice hotel and like quite cheap. It's like £45 a night or something. Can't complain. Amazing view we've got here, and the hotel itself is very nice. And we also stayed in
Fez, Marrakesh, and in a typical house in Chefchaouen, all them with breakfast included.
All with breakfast included, and very nice people inside. So the Riyadh hotels, for me, very nice. That is worth a visit when you come to Morocco, if you do go. Number two would have to be the people. Now, overall, the people of Morocco are very friendly, especially here in Rabat, and especially we went to Chefchaouen. The people overall are very friendly, very welcoming, but it's spoiled by the others. But we'll get into that in a minute. Kat, your opinion on the friendliness of people? Any stories you'd like to share?
Now, I liked in Chefchaouen, like every time you get in a shop, they're happy that you're just looking, and if you don't buy, they're okay, and they always say thank you.
Yes, no extreme hustling in Chefchaouen. You go into the blue city, a beautiful place, and there's no hassling. They just, if you want to have a look in a shop, you can have a look, and if you don't buy anything, they're fine by that. Even the people trying to sell us drugs in Chefchaouen, a lot of people selling hash and other things, and if you say no, they're like, no worries, enjoy your day. So people of Chefchaouen, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10?
Yeah.
10 out of 10. A third positive here in Morocco. Kat, do the honours.
The transportation is nice. I wasn't expecting like completely dodgy train, completely dodgy bus.
Yes.
But it's fine.
When Kat informs me there's a sleeper train, I expected the worst. I was very surprised. It's actually apparently the fastest train in Africa, and even better than some of the ones I've been on in Europe. Honestly, the train system here is awesome. There's also a tram system here in Rabat, and the buses as well were fine. Super cheap as well. I think we paid like £10 for 6 hours from Chefchaouen down to Fez. So yeah, the transport here in Morocco,
It's quite good.
I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, 8 out of 10 for transport in Morocco. Not
Even
bad.
the guy working on the train, he was very nice to us.
There was a guy flirting with Kat in the train. He was after one thing, but I was cock blocking him. I made it clear, because obviously the women are separated from the men, and this guy was all over Kat. He worked there. He's a nice guy.
It was. We had a language barrier.
A bit too nice though. I had to block him out. But yeah, trains 8 out of 10, and all other transport here in Morocco. Now on to the reason why we will not return to Morocco. And I've been to many countries in my time, countries that are known for like the highest rate of scams, hustling, such as India, Egypt, and Morocco's up there. It's up there with some of the highest scammers I've come across and hustling, and it ruins the whole experience. So yeah, we're going to now get into a lot of things that you need to be aware of when you come to Morocco. Now, the difference between scammers here than in, say, India or Cairo, for example, is things get violent. Like, we've had several occasions, well, 3 or 4 occasions, where the locals have tried to like fight me because we're saying no to what they're offering basically. For example, when a guy was trying to like lead us down this alleyway and then offer to be our guide, and we were saying no, we're not sorry, no, like being polite, saying sorry mate, we don't want a guide. He's like, what, you got a problem? You got a problem with locals? You got a problem with me? And he's grabbing my arm and I'm like, mate, get the fuck off me, what are you doing? So, you know, hustlers here and scammers, they don't take no for an answer. And Kat?
So yeah, the scammers and the hustle here doesn't take no for an answer, and they won't give up until they get what they wanted, doesn't matter what.
Yeah, and if you don't give them what they want, either if it's a sale or them leading you down an alleyway, they get violent and they threaten to fight you, and all sorts of random things have happened here. It's been crazy. And that doesn't happen in the other scam cities that I've been to, but unfortunately it's happened a lot here. So that's the main reason why I won't come back, because it's relentless. Each place you go to, you're followed and hassled, and it spoils the experience if you come in here to enjoy the country. Which is why, if you do come here, I highly recommend you get an actual guide to just stay with you at all times, because it gets so annoying. Anyway, we're now going to get into the 5 scams, or the few scams that have happened to many tourists, including us, and what you need to be aware of if you do come to Morocco, because there's a lot of good things here. Like I said at the beginning of the video, a lot of positives. So yeah, now we're going to get into the 5 scams that you need to be aware of here in Morocco. The first scam that you need to be aware of if you do come to Morocco, especially if you're a female, is the henna scam. And it happened to Kat. It's been 5 or 6 days, it's gone now, but Kat, what happened? Come on.
Well, we were walking around the main square. Ben was some meters in front of me, and a lady just came to me, being very friendly, asked me a couple of questions like where I was from, talking to me in Spanish, which I can do it. And then next minute she grabbed my hand and she started drawing the tattoo. And I told her I didn't want to, I didn't have money, and she was like, it's for free, it's for free. I was like, yeah, but I don't want to. And she carried on, she's very, very quick. I tried to let it go, but she's grabbing my hand so hard that you can't just let it go. Next minute, Ben came in and she demanded 30 quid for something that I didn't want to. And I told her, oh, I didn't want to, so I wouldn't pay it.
30 quid for 10 seconds of work. I mean, that's the best job on earth. I want to do that. But the thing is, like, they'll just grab your hand without warning you and start tattooing. So once you do that, and they won't let go, they're squeezing Kat's hand. A lot of people in a previous video commenting, oh, just give her a quid, you cheap ass. No chance, mates. This is a fucking scam, and you shouldn't pay for a scam. You can't just go up to people without permission, start writing on them with this tattoo, which takes 5 to 6 days to come off, and it looks like shit as well. So why would Kat pay for that? Like, I don't bloody know. The second scam you need to be aware of, which has happened to countless tourists that we have met on our travels here in Morocco, and that is the doors are closed, or the path ahead is closed due to the mosque, or what else did they say?
The gate is closed.
The gates are closed, that way's blocked, all this nonsense. It's all a scam. Do not fall for it. It's all bullshit. Basically, the locals, I did it in my previous video, check it out. They lie to you and they say, follow me to the different routes because this way's closed or whatever the reason. They lead you around the corner and then they demand a lot of money for literally 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 1 minute. And it's happened in pretty much every city that we've been to here in Morocco, apart from here in Rabat.
Chefchaouen.
It didn't happen in Chefchaouen either. Very friendly people in Chefchaouen. But it's happened numerous times in Marrakesh, Marrakech, and numerous times in Fez. So yeah, such a little petty scam, but one to be aware of is that one here in Morocco. Scam number 3. How do you say 3 in Portuguese? Tres. Kat, take it away.
The taxi drivers. First of all, they never use the meter and they say like they don't have it, but they do. Is really on the bottom of the central dashboard, and they always demand like 50 dirhams or even more, where for like 5 minutes drive.
Less than that, 1 minute.
Oh, minutes. Always ask to have the meter away and never get in a taxi drive without agreeing to pay previously.
Always agree a price and demand a meter. Here in Rabat, they use the meter, which makes it a lot easier. What?
Because once they heard a foreigner language, it's another price.
Yeah, it's the standard thing. It happens in, you know, India and all these other countries, but it happens a lot here in Morocco. We got done, we paid, I think, 100 for like 6 minutes, which is like a tenner. Yeah, and in reality, we got to the hotel and everyone was like, how much you pay from the train station to the hotel? And they were like, oh, we paid 25. And we're like, oh my God, we paid 100. You know, it's a minor scam. It happens in pretty much every country, but another scam to be aware of here in Morocco. The taxi scams. Scam number 4 is the
Menu in the restaurant.
the menu scam. Kat, explain.
This didn't happen to us, but we met a few people that fall for it. So, and it mainly happens in Marrakesh.
Of course, Mara
So-
stress. Carry on.
When you walk in the main square, it is a couple of people there handing some menus and convince you to go to their restaurants. When you have a look, looks like very cheap, so you go to their rooftops. And when you go to the rooftops, turns out the menu is completely different and the price is more expensive than you thought.
Double, sometimes triple the price from what they're showing you on the street. And also we've come across tourists that have been paying more than a local price. We've seen it in one restaurant. You sit down and there's a foreign menu and then there's a local menu and the prices are different. Is that a scam? It's a bit sneaky. You know, I've seen that in India as well. But yeah, just something to be aware of when you come to Morocco. The 5th and final scam you need to be aware of in Morocco, but I'm sure there's more. If you know more, comment them below and it might help some people. But the 5th one we're going to tell you is the
Photo scam!
the photo scam. You're trying to make it sound positive. The photo scam here in Morocco. Kat, what happens? It happened to 2 of your Portuguese mates who we
Yes.
met here, but tell us, come on.
So 2 of my mates were walking the main streets, the main market, just recording a video, like everyone does it. But in the background, and luckily, was the snakes with a man just playing for them to dancing.
The snake charmers. They're everywhere in Marrakesh, Marrakesh. And so basically they were recording. They were just doing what I'm doing right now. But in the background, they didn't want to record it, was the dude doing the snake charming. They didn't want to record it, but this guy came over, didn't he?
Yeah.
And said, what are you doing? Why are you taking photos of me? They weren't. They couldn't give a shit about this snake charmer guy. What happened? They wanted a lot of money, right?
Yeah, they charge each of them 200 dirham.
200 dirham is about 20 quid. So he gave this random snake charmer 40 quid. He's at the jackpot. These tourists, they didn't want any hassle today, and the snake
No.
charmer's getting, intimidating and angry, demanding all this money.
And they
It's a
made
joke.
it like they both didn't realize each other was being scammed. So it was
yeah.
different people talking to them, distract from each other, just to get money from both of them.
It's bullshit. Don't fall for that scam. If you want to take a photo of a snake charmer, I don't know why you would. It's all bullshit. Pay for it. And also there's chained monkeys. I don't know why anyone would want to take a photo of a chained monkey anyway, but you've got the option. But another scam is if you walk past the chained monkey and you're recording, it's accidentally in the shot, they'll come over and demand money.
The costume people.
Yeah, the people in a local outfit. If you're recording, it happened to us. I was recording the street and then they came over. Are you recording us? You're recording us, you must pay. And I said, not a chance, mate. Jog on, off you go. So, yeah, just be aware of that. Be careful of what you're filming. And if you want to take a photo of it, then you can pay. But don't let someone come over and demand money for that. It's bollocks. So yeah, that's the 5th scam here in Morocco. Brilliant. And that is it, guys. The Moroccan series is over. 2 videos. Hardly filmed a bloody thing here. Yeah, the plan, like I said, was to film 5-6 videos, but just wasn't really feeling it. It's very touristy here, not my thing. And I've just come from Afghanistan. I want to film something mental. So yeah, unfortunately Morocco didn't quite cut it. And unfortunately I won't return. But either way, still an amazing time. Thank you, Kat, for inviting me.
You're welcome.
And yeah, I'm heading to Asia next. My plan was to go to Africa, but plans have changed. That's what happens when you're backpacker, Ben. Plans change all the time. I'm heading back to Asia. Kat is heading home to Portugal. Hopefully see you soon.
Hope so. Can you pack me in your bag?
You ain't coming.
Oh.
I'm hitting Asia hard, and I'm hitting it solo. It's going to be mental. Don't know what to expect. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, that's it really. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.
يلا جماعة، نلتقي إن شاء الله في الحلقة القادمة. كان معكم محمد حسونة، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.